The chef picked up his knife and ready to kill the lobster. During the process, he suddenly noticed some white, muddy liquid underneath it. He flipped the lobster completely over to see what that is. However, he was sprayed with that lobster white liquid substance. The head chef was furious and ordered his assistant to clean up the mess. When the kitchen worker handled the lobster, she too got sprayed with that white substance. That evening, the head chef seemed distracted. He tried to focus on his essential duties, but ultimately had to delegate his responsibilities. The chef began feeling increasingly weak, with sweat pouring out of him. And the kitchen worker also experienced similar symptoms, feeling terribly unwell. Later that night, the head chef collapsed on his way home. When he was sent to the hospital, Dr. Lily immediately pronounced him dead. While other medical staff considered this a mysterious illness, Lily thought differently because the patients had vomited black liquid. In her medical experience, she had never encountered anything like this. Leaving the other doctors to treat the assistant, Mary visited the restaurant herself. After questioning the kitchen staff, she discovered that the men's illness might be connected to the lobsters, which had been caught in nearby waters. Most importantly, strange, unexplainable incidents had been occurring at sea recently. That day, a fisherman went out to catch shrimp. The man skillfully cast his net, but when he tried to pull it back, he found he couldn't move it no matter how hard he tried. Thinking he'd made a substantial catch, he pulled harder, only to watch the net sink deeper into the sea. The fisherman decided to dive deep into the sea to see what was happening. Underwater, he discovered his net was caught on rocks. So, as he took out his knife to cut the net free, the surrounding water suddenly darkened. Looking up in confusion, he saw countless fish swarming toward him like a storm clouds. Within just seconds, only an empty boat remained floating on the surface. The scene shifts to a beach where a whale has stranded. Biologist Diddy sought information from locals to understand the situation. He learned that just 2 hours earlier, a whale had attacked people who were setting out to the sea, the whale pursuing them relentlessly, even in shallow water. But this puzzled Diddy, because whales typically don't attack humans and rarely separate from their pods. For several days, Diddy monitored the whale's movements. His persistence paid off when he finally located the whale's location and decided to investigate personally. Arriving at the destination, Diddy deployed sensors to track the whales. A humpback whale slowly swam by, not attacking him, but merely looking at him before turning away. Diddy took out his binoculars to observe the distance and discovered a group of whales charging directly toward the whale-watching boat. This thriller movie is called The Swarm. Highly recommended.